Please be seated. The entire Harlan Community School District, faculty, staff, Dr. Jennifer Barnett, Superintendent of Schools, and James Reichel, the President of the Harlan Community Board of Education, welcomes you to the 135th commencement ceremony honoring the graduating class of 2022. Leading this year's class into the gymnasium were 5 members of the junior class. They represent a 4.0 cumulative GPA going into this year. These juniors are Gabrielle Dahl, Ellie Einison, Aurora Miller, Ava Miller, and Macy Reichel. Thank you for being here today. A strong tradition, dedication, leadership, and countless hours of practicing and performing is the best way to describe the Harlan Community High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Carney. We thank you for being here today and for all your hard work throughout the year. The events at the Harlan Community School District would not be the same without you. Thank you. We also appreciate the long hours and dedication the high school choir group has put in this year, and looking forward to many years of excellence to come. This afternoon, under the direction of Landon Salzer, the concert choir will perform We Love. Mr. Salter and the choir for performing this afternoon. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce and invite Student Body Mayor Lexi Busey to the podium.
Good afternoon, classmates, teachers, family, and friends. I am honored to be here today as the Student Body Mayor. Many people say that today is the day that our lives start, but they started 18 years ago when we began to navigate this obscure world. It definitely has not been easy. Our boundaries have been pushed and our limits have been tested, but we all made it here today. So far, all of our paths have aligned. But after today, we will each choose our own unique path. As we enter the next very pivotal years of our lives, I want you all to dream big, work hard, and not be afraid to fail. One of America's most prominent innovators, Thomas Edison, once said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is to always try, just one more time. So when you fail, get back up, and when you fall, try again." I want to thank everyone who has helped me and all my fellow classmates get to this point in our lives. It has taken a village. I want to thank my mom for always staying by my side through all the ups and the downs that come with life. She always says, "You get out what you put in." I encourage all of you to use this motto as we begin to the next phase of our lives. Most importantly, shout out to my third hour midterms class. Last but not least, congratulations class of 2022. Do great things and be great people. The next speaker will be Kaya Beaker.
Class of 2022, this is it. The day we've always looked forward to, and the day we never thought would come. Seems surreal to be standing here, about to graduate from high school. But even more surreal, to be graduating from the classes and activities we have worked so hard to build upon. And from the community, who has poured so richly into our lives. On behalf of the entire senior class, thank you parents, administrators, and community members for your support on this journey. And lastly, thank you Quizlet for always being there when we needed you most. Remember, my fellow seniors, as Ray Magliozzi once said, you will never have more energy or enthusiasm, hair, or brain cells than you have today. When I look around the room, I see future teachers and farmers. I see future electricians, secretaries, hopefully some workers for those school roof leaks. We all love the stormy days when the water drips and the buckets come out. Anyways, these potential careers bring me to that big question we've all been asked a billion times. What do you want to be when you grow up? Let's be honest, as freshmen, we all staggered into the building with no idea how to answer that question. On our first day of high school, we walked through that never-ending tunnel of student council members with an awkward smile on our face. When sophomore year came around, we were just happy to climb up from the bottom of the food chain. And as Mr. Swanson says, the best thing about freshmen is that they turn into sophomores. Then the coronavirus hit. We were all bummed to miss out on those last few months of school. Before COVID, we were told to get off of our phones and to socialize. Afterwards, we were told to minimize socialization and to maintain 6 feet of distance at all times. All you needed were a couple yardsticks and some duct tape. When the infamous junior year snuck up on us, we traversed all the hardest classes and spent way too much time doing homework. Plenty of cars took a hit in the back parking lot. Fire alarms were set off from burning popcorn. And a number of explosions took place in the shop and chemistry classes. Each athletic, academic, and musical team put an effort into numerous admirable performances. And in the midst of mask wars in the school and toilet paper wars at the store, we all forgot about that big question. What do you want to be when you grow up? So fast forward to senior year, and we all found an answer to that question, or at least a potential answer. When we leave this building, we all have a path we are planning to journey. Just as the football team brought home an unforgettable Cyclone victory, we will all work hard to bring home a victory of our own, a skill. But something to ask yourself as you work towards this skill is another question. What do you want to be? I know, this is the same question as the last one, same words, but I would like you to think of this question in a different light. For instance, I want to be a business person, but I can also be a doctor to anyone who's hurting inside, and I can be a lawyer to anyone who needs someone to defend them. I can even be a teacher to anyone who wants to know more about a man named Jesus who saved me and changed my life. What I'm trying to say is that we can broaden our focus from ourselves and our careers to the people around us. This is the Cyclone way, and each of us can carry this into the future that awaits. Jesus once said, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others." Philippians 2:3. We all have the choice to work hard at our careers, but we also have another choice. That is, not to let money, comfort, and our own image take the driver's seat in our lives. So once again, we will always be willing to work towards a greater purpose. And lastly, deep down, we will always be Cyclones. Thank you.
Your next speaker is going to be Savannah Musage.
Family members, friends, staff, and graduates. We are gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments of one of the best classes to pass through the HCS district, and I could not be more honored to be a part of it. While I made irreplaceable memories and endured invaluable experiences throughout my high school years, I sure hope that they were kidding when they said that high school is the best 4 years of your life. It came with an abundance of stress, boredom, and drama, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Throughout our years of high school, we've all developed into different people than we were at the start. Not only have we become different, but we have become stronger from various angles. Whether you were the class president and involved in every extracurricular offered, or the kid that did not participate in anything or talk to anyone, we all had to face something that was difficult to bounce back from. Regardless of if that was losing your spot on the varsity court or dealing with family problems at home, such situations made it appear as if the world was ending to us. However, by this point, I hope we've all come to realize that the times are brought upon us to strengthen our adversity and resilience for future obstacles. We will use these skills to bear the challenges that life after high school will undoubtedly throw at us. Some of us will pursue a university, some a trade school, some the military, and some the workforce. Regardless of which path we take, we will all have the opportunity to utilize the skills that we have developed throughout high school. Another attribute that will benefit us in our future endeavors is our response to failure. All of us have failed at something in one form or another throughout the years. Well, except for LA girls. Our district pushed us to view failure as an opportunity rather than a setback. Having the ability to not only address failure, but turn it into motivation is one that will put us at a higher standpoint than competitors. The last 4 years did not only bring lessons, they also brought on a whirlwind of emotions and forced us to handle them. The thought of having to ask a boy for his football jersey or ask a girl on a date was horrifying, but we learned to overcome our fears. we got to endure a diversity of firsts. Our first game day on the court or field, our first heartbreak, our first loss of friendship. We also had to handle the emotions that stemmed from the sudden spread of COVID-19. Some were thrilled to skip the final quarter of Spanish 3, while others were devastated at the loss of a track season. Regardless of which side of the spectrum you were on, we can all agree that the virus hindered what may have been some of our best high school memories. However, the experience as a whole taught us the importance of perspective. We were fortunate enough to finally experience normalcy for our final year. In the blink of an eye, all of our firsts have brought us to all of our lasts. Our senior year has been a roller coaster filled with excitement, sadness, and a fair share of anxiety about the future. We have all endured high school from our own standpoint and associate it with our personal experience. However, we can all agree that the last 4 years have taught us that each day is what you make of it. Even though it doesn't feel like it on the fourth Monday of sophomore year, it really does fly by. I can say with confidence that we've all grown into greater versions of ourselves, versions that are ready to take on the world and everything that it has to offer. For this, I want to thank our teachers for the care and education, and our parents for the constant support. I am forever grateful for the memories and experiences that I have had with all of you, and will cherish each and every one of them. I wish you all happiness and success in the future, and hope to see you all at our class reunion. Until then, let's go show the world what we've got. Thank you.
Your last speaker will be Tyler Shelton.
3 minutes. It's not a lot of time for me to give you a life-changing speech. But 1 year wasn't a lot of time for you to give me a life-changing experience. But let me be living proof that the infinitely loving people, family, and community of Harlan can change lives in any amount of time. Here, you live more in 1 year than you might in 1,000 anywhere else, because every moment is spent with a family, and a moment with family is never wasted. For better or for worse, this year, this high school journey has felt like an eternity for many of us. But we knew this day would finally arrive. The day we would sit here on the brink of a brave new future, our high school chapter soon to be past us. Every morning, we greet the day knowing that at some point it ends. Whether it's a moment or a day, a month or a season. Knowing there are only so many hours in a day presents us with a choice. We can either count down the days we have left, or we can fill them up. If we choose to count down our days, time will fly, but it just might pass us by in the process. We might become so focused on that finish line that we forget to relish the race. If we choose to focus on counting down our days, it can leave us feeling empty when we get to the end, because all we've really done is remove time, and we're gaining very little, if anything at all. If, however, we choose to fill up our days, we will see that life is never short on opportunities. Opportunities for happiness and friendship. Opportunities to rise to challenges, to grow, and to become the best versions of ourselves. At the end of those days we've chosen to fill up, we realize that we don't miss the time that has gone by, because we've gained memories, love, happiness, and fulfillment. This is the choice each day presents. And as the graduates of Harlan community, we know that we always have chosen to gain these memories, and we will continue to gain them in the future. To everyone, but especially my fellow seniors, we stand with a bright future ahead of us. Some of our journeys will keep us close to home. Some of us will venture farther than we've ever been before. If anyone out there has any doubts about what lies ahead, know that God did not create us to watch the days go by. He did not create us so that we could simply count down the time He so graciously blessed us with. But He did give us a choice. Wherever you've come from before, wherever you are now, and wherever you'll be after today, know that happiness comes to those who choose to fill each day up instead of watching every moment count down. The choice may have been God's to give, but ultimately it's yours to make. Thank you.
Thank you, speakers. I would like to recognize several members of the class along with their parents for their outstanding academic accomplishments. The first group of students will be recognized this afternoon with maintaining a cumulative grade point average between a 3.500 and a 3.749 throughout their high school career. This group will be recognized as cum laude. I would like the following students and their parents to please stand when your name is called and remain standing until everyone has been recognized. Please hold your applause until everybody has been announced. Logan Beeman. Jameson Beaker. Michaela Burchett. Avery Carter. Jonah Cole. Brady Gross. Emma Hersberg. Madison Horn. Zachary Colbeck. Joseph Mosier. Delaney Musich. Lexi Musich. Sydney O'Neill. Allison Owens. Jaden Grubick. Vanessa Scheckinger. Elijah Scheffler. Xander Schumacher. Lucas Stanley. Congratulations. The following group has maintained a cumulative grade point average between a 3.750 and a 3.899 during their high school career. This group is being recognized as magna cum laude. Will the following students and their parents please stand and remain standing until everyone has been recognized. Please hold your applause until everybody has been called. J.C. Brockelman. Jeremiah Davis. Jordan Casey. Catherine Heithoff. Ashton Lyon. Jocelyn Menman. Kyle Michaels. Brody Rowetter. Brayden Scheckinger. Reagan Wicks. Congratulations. The next group has maintained a cumulative grade point average of a 3.900 and a perfect 4.00 over their high school career. This group is being recognized as summa cum laude. Will the following students and their parents please stand and remain standing until everyone has been recognized. Kaya Beaker. Kate Brulard. Samuel Buman. Grace Kanan. Allison Kern. Joseph Hall. Kemper Gordon. Elizabeth Gross. Anna Brody. Sophia Brody. Josephina Hendricks. Kelsey Hoffman. Tiana Casper, Ania Casper, Bren Clausen, Caitlin Lyman, Lillian Metzger, Owen Munson, Mallory Mulligan, Savannah Musich, Amelia Scarf, Dominic Shaden, Claire Smits, Macy Smits, Tyler Shelton, Jennifer Springman, Delaney Wagner. Congratulations. I'd also like to recognize our National Honor Society members from the senior class. These students have been selected based on their demonstrating their performance in the areas of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. These students not only have been active within the school, but they also have been active in the community. We hope that some of you have benefited in the audience from some of their activities. Will these students and their parents please stand and remain standing as I call their name for recognition? Kaya Beaker, Samuel Newman, Avery Carter, Grace Keenan, Allison Kern, Elizabeth Gross, Kate Heithoff, Kelsey Hoffman, Bren Clausen, Megan Klein, Lillian Metzger, Mallory Mulligan, Lexi Musich, Savannah Musich, Sydney O'Neill, Brayden Scheckinger, Claire Smith, Tyler Shelton, Reagan Wicks. Thank you to the members of the National Honor Society members. You may be seated. Upon leaving the ceremony today, the students of the class will receive a rose that they will present to their parent or guardian to express their appreciation. Congratulating the seniors, top of the ramp before receiving their diploma will be Dr. Jennifer Barnett, Superintendent of Schools, will be greeting the graduates. Presenting diplomas this afternoon is the Board of Education President, James Reichel. It's also a pleasure to announce current and former board members, Joe Herzberg, Angela Munson, and Lonnie Scheckinger will be presenting diplomas to their graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, and Board President Reichel, the students about to cross the stage have completed the requirements that have been approved by the Director of Board of Education to graduate from the Harlan Community Schools. Will the first row please stand up and come forward to receive your diploma. Joseph Edwin Anderson. Jason Wayne Anderson. Bailey McKenna Arnold. Grant Thomas Osmond. Braxton Xander Ayers. Esmeraldo Baltazar. Cade James Barada. Michael Jeffrey Barrett. Logan Patrick Beanie. Jameson Douglas Beaker. Kaya Nicole Beaker. Nicholas Michael Bloom. Tristan David Bell. JC K. Brockelman. Cade Christian Paul Ruard. Lauren Anderson Bruck. Rebecca K. Elizabeth Bruck. Samuel Joseph Buman. Catherine Sue Burchett. Michaela Margaret Burchett. Brooklyn Riley Mywater. Avery Rebecca Carter. Cassidy Marie Chadwick. Jackson Eduardo Chiquez. Samuel Nicholas Glaze. Grace Christine Kanan. Elizabeth May Cuevas Reyes. Jonah Thomas Cole. Allison Grace Curran. Jeremiah S. Davis, Bennett Lee Dosler. Joseph John Faw. Connor Edwin Frame. Connor Ronald Frederick. Luke Matthew Friend. Michaela Suzanne Fritzler. Samantha Elizabeth Funky. Dylan Michael Gady. Kemper James Gordon. Kira Allen Griffin. Hugh Armstrong Griffith. Brady Christopher Gross. Elizabeth Lauren Gross. Hannah Christine Brody. Sophia Marie Brody. Jordan Kathleen Hazy. Catherine Levine Hydoff. Jaron Joseph Hendricks. Josephina Benedicta Hendricks. Aniston Nicole Henning. Braden Matthew Morales. Emma June Earthworth. Abigail Louise Hester. Kelsey May Hoffman. Madison Nicole Horn. Zachary Chad Colbeck. Sienna K. Kasperbauer. Cat Society. Joshua Ray Kinkle. Kiara Jean Kinkle. Kiera Ann Kinkle. Bryn Marie Clausen. Megan Ann Klein. David Kenneth Hoover. Emily Jane Kesters. Gregory Dennis Lewis Kraft. Chloe Nicole Larson. Brandon Joseph Lawyer. Caitlin Marie Lyman. Angelica Bell Lewis. Mackenzie Joe Livingston. Nicholas Ray Livingston. Jessica Lynn Lohoff. Ashton Charles William Lyon. Ethan Joseph Lytle. Pablo Martinez VII. William Pearson McLaughlin. Jocelyn Penna. Lillian Ray Metzger. Kyle Joseph Michaels. Alexander Dave Daniel Munson. Owen Thomas Munson. Joseph Lewis Mosier. Mallory Cadence Mulligan. Delaney Russer and Busey. Lexi Marie Busey. Luke Robert Busey. Savannah Grace Busey. Sydney Ann O'Neill. Allison Ann Owens. Karen Park. Mason Keith Rhodes. Garrett Michael Lee Rodenborn. Brody Glenn Roeder. Jaden Drew Rubik. Amelia Catherine Scarf. Dominic Matthew Shaven. Brayden Joseph Scheckinger. Vanessa Joe Scheckinger. Elijah Joseph Scheffler. Stacy Lorraine Schmitz. Marley Jet Schumacher. Xander James Schumacher. Tyler James Shelton. Joey Joy Sisson. Emily Smith. Austin Robert Sonderman. Raven N. Spahn. Jennifer Marie Springman. Lucas Ryan Stanley. Kimberly Torres. Brett Thomas Wagner. Reed Michael Waldron. Andy Joe Wagner. Reagan Lee Whips. James Charles Wolfson. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Harlan to the podium.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. Mr. Crowley told me I had about 30 minutes for the rest of this, so is that okay? Just kidding. I have about 3 sentences. As you sit together one more time, as a unified group, always remember that the secret to getting ahead is just getting started. And that's where you guys are right now. I'm confident that you're well prepared to go out in the world and accomplish your dreams. Thank you for your dedication and your hard work, and we're extremely proud of you and hope that you will return someday and tell us of your amazing accomplishments. Good luck, class of 2022.
The reception lines will be outside today, formed on the south lawn. We're going to exit off the south doors here and go out on the sidewalk. We ask all parents and guests to remain seated until the graduates have exited the gym. Will the class of 2022 please stand? We're going to move our tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the graduating class of 2022.